Hello everyone, this is a Greyshot 17 to bring you another COH2 replay. If you want to check out other replays, you can do so via my YouTube channel, and also you will submit your own replay. You can do that via my Gmail on my YouTube channel. It is located on in the link below and on the front page of it. And of course, I'll check out your replay just like the person who I will check out now submitted. Thank you, Street and Messiah, for sending that in. And apparently Rig as well. Apparently this is like a group of like pretty good people. It's very nice. Thank you again for that. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Janik, Fax, and Shimo is their enemy team. Looks like they have more playtime. Again, not rank, because rank means nothing in this game. 3v3 on Port of Hamburg. Interesting choice. Usually it pertains to a 1v1 over here, a 1v1 here, and then a 1v1 here. Or you could double team like it looks like what the allies are doing over here, to make sure you secure a fuel, but then that leaves a huge portion open, and typically the enemy will then make sure that they grab the other fuel. So there you go. Now, a couple other things. Thank you everyone for your comments on the Company of Heroes 3 video I posted about what I think. If you have ideas about what you think, put in the video, or do the relic survey that they'll probably be sending out very shortly to you guys. Again, I love the fact they sent it literally days before that video is going to be released, my original one. I'm like, oh, this is a lot better. But in any case, let's get to this game, shall we? Because that's why you want to see people shoot other people effectively. Now, this is pretty effectively. Why? Heavy cover, firing long range, multiple angles. So the British infantry are going to literally tear him apart. Now, again, we have two British squads and two OKW squads, and then a Verbach and Soviet to kind of just, you know, add in some flavor. Now, the good news about these guys is the fact that they're very effective in cover. What's the problem? They're not in cover. And yeah, there's sure cover here, but as you can see, it's not really, it's facing inward, not outward. So they can't use it to their advantage. Well, these guys are in heavy cover, but the MG is literally just going to instantly suppress them. So what do they have to really counter that? Well, they have a Vickers, but the OKW guys here are going to come in for a flank, and they're going to overwhelm this MG, as you can see. And there's no support for this MG, so they're going to easily take out this fuel. And that would be really bad for the Allies if that happened, because remember, just to clarify, wow, okay, MG in this building, somehow opening fire over there. British infantry opening fire on the Volk squad. Might be able to hold. Well, yeah, they will be able to hold because of the MG right there. Nice idea with a mine. Get him around. They come around the corner. Let's see if he falls for it. He's going around, so he probably saw the mine being placed. I mean, they weren't exactly being coy about it, but he can't use the cover, so they're in the middle of pretty much open territory. So the German squads can easily take them out. Anyway, we have additional squads and using the heavy cover of the rocks to increase their fire rate, which, again, these guys in cover, very tough and very annoying infantry, and very effective versing the OKW. Looks like we have a mortar team coming in. Very nice. Trying to dislodge that MG from the building, which is quite annoying. The other way you could do that, for those who don't know, right here, you could chuck a grenade, rifle grenade, or a cocktail into there. It's very effective. Very effective indeed. Let's see. Volk squad over here in the building, trying to hold on to that fuel point that they got with little, yeah, pretty much. Wow, that was the most like, guys, I'm gonna throw a satchel, and someone literally throw it 5 feet too short, and it literally just blew up all their cover. And in the meantime, the Volk squads are still shooting at them, and they didn't get anything. They just wasted all the munitions. They could probably throw another, but as you can see, it's gonna take another minute and a half before they throw it. So this guy's gonna hold on to that point, and oh my god, that was a waste. It probably got caught on the fence or something, but yeah, that was a waste of a satchel. That was a big waste of a satchel. Anyway, they get in some heavy cover, but the Volk squad most likely will still be able to beat them with that squad as well. MG had the reposition because of the mortar squad. Again, at this point, it's like, okay, the enemy's beating us back. They have a majority of the points under their control. We need to figure something stat. And actually, they honestly do, because first, we have a cache going down, which is bad because, again, caches help with munitions and fuel. And right now, that's currently giving the Axis a small lead. Secondly, weird position for this point, but he's in mid, so I can kind of see it. Actually, I probably would have placed it here, so that way he could move over to the left or this right area. Either way, Rifle squad's moving up. Nice mortar hitting the Vickers. British infantry trying to move in, but oh my god. Oh, that mortar almost got him. And I assume the mortar will. Nope, doesn't get the kill. MG42 equipped Grenadier squad trying to get the kill on that squad. Though this is pretty weak. If that squad gets in heavy cover and doesn't get by a mortar, they should be able to dislodge that infantry and allow it to capture the point. Looks like these Pioneer squads are like, hey, let's make sure the enemy doesn't come through this bridge. Because fuck that, we don't need more infantry. But on the flip side, that just said, oh my god, they just made sure they're not attacking this point because they literally barbed wired it, so the Axis aren't going to come through here. Great, we can put a bunch of munition caches and fuel caches over there and not have to worry about them being blown up. Oh boy. So, Mesa is getting a lot of British infantry, and again, as you can see, they got additional squads by the bolster infantry section, so that makes them extremely effective firing, even without head cover. They probably won't be able to kill that squad, but they are going to push back most of the infantry. And they have a sniper, very nice, helping push back additional Grenadier squads and the Pioneer squad. Hopefully they get a kill. Maybe we get a kill? He's still, man, one squad fire, and yeah, he's screwed. That guy's so screwed. Yep, there he goes. Anyway, MG here, nice job. They also have a mine, making sure a vehicle can't come by. This MG, though, pretty damn smart, repositioning itself to make sure it can counteract the infantry and medical supplies. So let's double check the doctrine, shall we, while the British infantry overwhelm this MG. Or try to. Yep, nope, he ran away. So we have a fortifications doctrine, and it looks like we have a special doctrine. Or munitions heavy, I should say. This one's okay. What the hell is this? German infantry doctrine. Alright, so you got artillery field officer, that's okay. Tactical movement's good. Relief infantry can be good. Artillery barrage is okay. And then we have a fragmentation bomb. Good against large groups of infantry. Allies have yet to go anything. But overall, this doctrine may be a little too munitions heavy. I probably would have gone something that as a mixture. That's what I prefer. And that way you don't have a doctrine that relies so heavily on manpower or fuel or something along those lines. A nice variety. Anyway, MG is pushed back, and it looks like on the right, still holding off the Soviet player, though the Soviet player is getting penal troops, and that's going to be an issue, because again, you get them PTRS rifles that can combat a lot of lighter infantry. So, most likely, if I was him, and you can see here, well, okay, this is weird. I'm actually surprised he put the medical all the way back toward his base. You figure he would put it like here, or like even this location would have probably been better. Like anything closer, because he wants to hold this point. I get that you're versing guys with satchel charges and you don't want to blow up, but still, it's very hard to keep an active front. But you're versing a Soviet player, so whatever. You don't have to worry about forward base like a British. But still, it is really weird. British sniper, come on. Missed the shot. All right. See, 7 kills overall, not half bad. Multiple Vickers machine guns. This one could probably be replaced and moved up to this position, because again, if you're all the way back here, you don't have to worry about flank. Let's see, you got a medical here, so that's cool. Although, wait, oh no, it's actually not too far from the base, so that's fine. Let's see, what are you going? So we have light mechanized, we don't have the support armor corps. Alright, and you don't even have that. We got a forward operating base. Where is that being placed? Forward assembly is actually in a really good location, kind of hidden off from the fence. And we have a mortar pit, so that could be very effective. Scout car on the left, providing fire, but again, just because of the amount of firepower these guys are dealing, now the scout car has to pull back. British infantry opening fire with everything it has, and overwhelming firepower is actually dislodging that light vehicle. Again, it's not impervious to not machine gun fire, but essentially bullets. It can be hurt by them. It just takes a lot of bullets to hurt a vehicle of that kind. Now, mortar team being brought up, and it's just out of range of the other mortar pit, so that should actually help keep the infantry back. They're going to try to rush up the MG into the building. This is a bad idea, because as you can see, there's no window here, and it's about to die. So most likely, if they get into the building, it will get destroyed. And wow, yeah, or he gets destroyed before he even gets in the building. British squad is healing, but it looks like we have a flank about to happen, or at least a defensive line. Soviet player repositioning himself, looks like more toward mid, or at least guarding this position, make sure light armor doesn't come through. Not a bad idea. Left hand side, fake so far. I know he hasn't been like the biggest player, but goddamn, he's doing a really damn good job of holding us off. Unfortunately, Rig, I'm sorry to say, but you have been having some issues, I would say. And I think that's a fair assessment to say you have been unable to dislodge him and you've had some poor luck. But we'll see how well things go. He has multiple Panzerschreck groups, so your T-70 really not going to work. Yeah, if another shot hits on that T-70. Oh, Verkenwerfer. And there it goes. That's a really good defensive line. And unfortunately, without that armor, the Soviets are going to have to fall back. And it's going to be a lot more difficult. British players, though, effectively pushing on the right. Though, it looks like, again, nice MG over here guarding this point. It's going to be very difficult. Nice sniper shot, by the way. For the pretty much Janik to effectively push. But Street is doing a fantastic job of digging in and pushing back. A player that is actually pretty good at countering a lot of British spam, just because, again, they have access to machine guns and mortars and everything along those lines, so they can effectively help counter a lot of the British infantry, more so than OKW that has to wait a little while before they can unlock a lot of that stuff. Now, anyway, being pushed back. Nishimo holding this location, though being hit by mortar fire. We still have that MG right there. Additional infantry coming in for the flank. Combat Engineer Squad just hanging out. Not sure why. Just chilling. Okay, this Panzer Headquarters actually in a really nice spot because they're going to be unable to capture that point, and it guards all these points, and also very difficult. You can say, oh, Greyshot, it's a straight line. Well, not really. The amount of mines here and actually kind of the positioning makes it very difficult for a nice line of shot on that, because of this wall here and this cover that you would figure they could shoot through, but it would actually deflect a lot of shots. Now, it looks like a big infantry battle in mid. Holy crap. I'm going to say Messiah is the blob. He is absolutely blobbing. Nice mine. Again, he did increase his infantry section, which definitely helps their bolster with squads, which increases their effectiveness. But, oh wow, yeah, he is definitely blobbing. We'll see if they were able to counter that. Now, they do have a Panzer Headquarters, which should suppress a lot of these infantry units. And with the scout car opening fire as well, these guys are going to be in for some serious issues. Now, the question is, will this thing keep firing? And I'm assuming, yes, it will. It's actually doing a hell of a job. Look how much firepower that Panzer Headquarters is doing. It's killing squads left and right. And suppressing them. Look at that. That scout car is just cleaning up from that Panzer Headquarters. This was a bad assault. Overall, this was a really bad assault. He's probably going to lose that squad. Oh, so close. Very lucky he didn't lose that squad. But overall, he's taking a lot of damage, losing a lot of men from that. That was a bad assault overall. He didn't probably know about the headquarters, so I can't blame him for anything. But yeah, that could have been, whew, boy. It's going to be a while before he gets all those men refit and rehealed. He has a lot of manpower, but yeah, that's a lot of squads that need medically healed as well to increase their health. We have Panzer Grenadiers moving in. I'm curious. Well, no, actually I'm not, because he has 2 Grenadier squads, and Panzer Grenadiers, I'm assuming he has those to counter light armor. But unfortunately, I don't think, nope, Street is just getting the company command post. Same thing as Messiah, so they're kind of going hand in hand. And Rig does, of course, because he had the T-70, has light armor, but it's an SU-76, and the most it can do is artillery. And plus, this other guy, Fax, is actually doing a fantastic job of countering the armor. So, artillery could work at dislodging a lot of the infantry, but I'm not entirely sure that's even a thing. I mean, I guess maybe from the bunker, but we'll see. A lot of penal troops over here. They can fire long range against the Stern Pioneer squads and most likely hold them off, but I don't think he's really going to push up. We'll see. Volk squad trying to go in on a flank, but looks like there was a lot of issues. Scout car going in for the sniper kill, and will it do it? No, it will not. The MG's actually opening fire. We'll probably get a kill on that scout car. Gee, I can't talk for some reason. Now again, oh boy, getting very close. Because again, Vet 2 is extra armor piercing. Come on. Looks like it might get the kill, but this MG's probably going to kill it. Yes, it did. Okay, so they both sacrificed, but the scout car is cheaper than this, so not too bad. Although, again, a little extra fuel. Big push with a lot of Volk squads coming in for the flank on the British emplacements and everything in the area. We have a grenade going out, the last kind of missed target. I love how the Volk squad is almost Soldaten gun. Just, yeah, unfortunately, almost Soldaten died, so we're going to pick up its gun and use it. Sure, why not? This is probably going to die. Run, man, run! And nice big blob to help counteract the other blob, so the blob wins. Simple, right? Fact still holding on and actually getting a Panther, which will make it very difficult for the Soviet player to push up with any sort of armor. Although on the left-hand side, while maybe difficult for the Allies to push up, on the right, they are pushing up pretty well on the left. Although this MG, if activating armor-piercing rounds, could suppress all this entire group. We shall see. The MG by itself is already suppressing them and is in heavy cover, which makes it more difficult, really hurt. It looks like they are all suppressed, and if I had to guess, they should be fine. Now, if they try to get in the building, the flamethrower unit will murder them. So at this point, yeah, you need to retreat. And that's the problem with blobs. If you go in a blob, if one is hit, it's a chain where they all will be suppressed slowly but surely. So that is a big issue. Now, if he gets these guys with Panzer Shreks, he could rush up and try to hit this with a bunch of Shreks. And yeah, the Axis are doing a pretty damn good job at lowering the Allies down via the capture points. Again, they've right now in control of 2, most likely 3 command points through the majority of the game, where the Allies have done a decent job. And look at that. Fask, knowing that, okay, there's no real point in it helping, saying this to my side. And by the way, 11 kills and it's already vet 3. I always bring this up, always. At least coming over to help out his teammates. So very nice job. Street, on the other hand, not stupid. He is coming up with some AT weapons to most likely push back that Panther. It is hardened, so it's going to be it'll take a lot more shots to hit. And with the Piats opening fire, that Panther's going to want to retreat immediately. Although additional squads moving up to make sure that they don't get any more infantry close to that Panther. We do have a Cromwell. We have a Cromwell moving up, not Comet, what am I saying? And Shmoo went first in Doctrine, so flamethrowers, not bad. You can recoup a lot of manpower, though. With an OKW player, I typically find manpower something I have a lot of. It's fuel that I kind of lack in this Doctrine. And then, finally, he has a direct strike with the Stuka. I love this rocket barrage. That being said, is it worth the whole Doctrine? Not really. I don't care for the Flame Hetzer. I don't. I think it's kind of a weaker tank, honestly. And it only has a flamethrower unit, so I prefer a KV-8 because, again, that thing has a lot of armor and a great flamethrower. This thing can be good. It's not on my, like, oh, top tier units. It's not a Sturm Tiger where I like deploy that. Speaking of KV-8, well, we have that, and also we have an IS-2 thanks to Riggs Struck Fret Rifle. We have a Cromwell busting through the German lines, and it looks like they have really nothing to fight it. The Blob is kind of stopping them from moving up, but again, they are moving up with the Blob against Panzer Headquarters. This is suicidal. This will do nothing. This will only get your men... Oh. You cheeky bastard. You did that on purpose. But you fucking sucked, no offense, in your idea because of one thing. You don't have airburst shells. So the artillery will hit in this region, but it won't do all that much first in the Panzer Headquarters building. We'll see, but I highly doubt it'll do anything other than minor scrapes. Panther doing its job, pushing back the Allied armor, though Firefly making sure the Panther can't get the kill on that Cromwell. Very nice job, but Fask is most likely going to have to reinforce his side, because as you can see, he's lost a lot of infantry. Shock troops have come up. We have a lot of Su-76s available to move up as well. Oh, no, sorry, the ones over here. But yeah, he's going to really need to rethink this and focus. MG's also falling back. Most likely he's going to regroup his men, get the Panther healed up, and kind of focus more on his side, if I had to guess. Also, Shmoo, a lot of fuel saved up. So he has Panther. He has pretty much everything. I'm assuming at this point in the game he's saving up for a King Tiger, which will be very effective against the Allies. But very nice job, Allies. We can check over here. He went Mattress. I can tell that just from this artillery coming in. And as you can see, it's a lot. From what? That little cute thing over there that looks like a Hawacha. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's a Korean weapon. Very interesting. Anyway, Firefly, unfortunately, taking a lot of hits, needs to be healed. Most likely, he got hit with some mines. Additional infantry squads moving up. Unfortunately, those infantry are very powerful with the Brens and Piats, so it's going to be very difficult for the Grenadiers to counter that, which are just NG-42s. They need to get Vet 3 to really do that. Oh my god, that sniper is like a mosquito bite away from dying. It's like, please, I just need some peace and quiet and a health pack. And also a band-aid. And a cast. And probably a prayer, because I don't think I'm going to make it. Nice. Well, yeah, just overall nice grenade. Almost getting killed, but luckily able to survive. On the right-hand side, they are faltering a little bit. The Axis really need to kind of bolster themselves on the left. Though a KVA flamethrower is going to suck because, again, it's a flamethrower. They're going to need a Panther over there to really push that thing back. Now, they do have a Stuka coming in. But, and it looks like Shmu's going for that. If I was him, I would have saved up for a King. Because think about that. That's 400 some manpower. In another minute, you could get yourself a King Tiger. And then you have enough fuel with 100 minus to get a King and press up. This, look, this Panzer headquarters can usually puncture a lot of Soviet armor. But alas, with that KV-8 flamethrower right there, oh shoot, I'm hanging up lots of frame drops. Holy fuck. It's gonna have issues. Now, unfortunately, this thing literally ran past a unit that throws satchel charges, so yeah, it's gonna die. And with the PTRS rifles, he needs infantry there stat. Luckily, this headquarters building can open fire on a lot of the squads and help out. Su-76 moving in, but again, it's a Panther. It's gonna have a hard time getting shots on. Now, this thing should honestly focus on the armor, not the infantry. But again, it's an Su-76, so it will bounce all around. The Panzer Strike Group's moving in. We do have a strike coming in on this region, so fire, most likely trying to kill that headquarters building. But most likely these guys are going to quickly kill the Panther, and those PTRS rifle groups are going to take a while to get their stuff back, and he also killed KV-8. So overall, while I do say that the Soviet player, Rig, did a lot of damage, it wasn't necessarily a... It's like the Battle of Kursk. The Germans did a lot of damage, but they weren't able to encircle the Soviet forces at that location. And if they would have encircled them and defeated that group, the Soviets would have had nothing for miles upon miles upon miles to hold back the German front. It's nothing. They threw everything into that defensive line, and they won because they beat the Germans and were able to exhaust the war machine and push after that. But now they don't. Sudan getting overwhelmed, need to retreat. Su-76 being overwhelmed by 2, need to pull back from this thing, otherwise it will die. It is in range. We do have a thing going out. It just got satcheled. Most likely the Panther will be crippled, and the Su-76s will try to engage, but with the Panzer Strike groups there, it's unlikely that they will be able to push up. So, yeah, that's a big issue right there. Su-76 is pulling back to get healed. We have a mattress fire coming in hitting this region. Headquarters building probably would have been better placed if it was just a little not as crooked. Oh boy. It's like going broadside on a ship and saying, yeah, no, it's fine to hit me. Anyway. Looks like the Allies, or basically the British, are fortifying this region. They have a lot of artillery, tanks, etc. Nice AVRE, by the way. Forgot to say Street went Royal Engineer Regiment. So he gets an AVRE. Overall, this is a pretty good sorts. We got the heavy tank, we got the special weapons, and we got a little bit of arty plus better infantry. And again, better infantry by the advanced cover, so it makes it, yeah, it makes his blobs even more OP by, again, making them fight as if they were in cover. Which, if you don't know, for British infantry, is kind of a huge deal. Panzer IV looks like was deployed, but quickly got annihilated, most likely by the Firefly, if I had to say. And I am right. Vehicle destroyed. Panther still engaging after all that time. Now, this could be an issue because he is moving up the shock troops. I'm sorry, he's moving up the Sturm Pioneers on the shock troops. Shock troops very good close range, and if he destroys or annihilates those Panzer Strike groups, these groups over here can move up, and there would be almost nothing he can do. He is calling in, it looks like a strike on this region, looks like a zeroing artillery, and I would heal in the meantime. I would not try to engage. Because right now, if you try to engage, you're kind of screwing yourself. On the left-hand side, looks like we have an AVRE. Try to blow up that location, but again, not powerful enough. A lot of groups and infantry there, so overall the Allies are doing a really good job. Now we do have another infantry, sorry, we have a Panzer IV on this region. Facts, I'm actually kind of curious on that decision. Now you have all the buildings. If I were you, once again, I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say right now, you should have got a you should have got a King Tiger. Though the Panzer IV is not a bad choice. You need something versus the infantry. Panzer IV is good against infantry, so it's fine as a support tank. But the Panther, who can specialize in countering what's it called, the Su-76s, because again, Su-76s have a harder time penetrating that armor. Now, if these guys with PTRS rifles and satchels open fire, and the Su-76s can fire unopposed on this thing, then yes, there's going to be a lot of issues. And it actually looks like we have a double team going on with Schmo, focusing a lot of his extra infantry and forces, including his Stuka, over to break the Soviet player. Riggs is trying to do what he can. Maybe Satchel that went off over here, though, again, most likely Panzer IV will be able to pull back, though. Oh boy, yeah, he's going to want to retreat. Yep, there it goes. That was a 3-star unit. Oh boy, that sucks. Su-76 is taking a lot of hits, and you're going to need to fall back, although I don't know where you're Stukaing for any reason. Oh, we lost an almost Soldaten, so yeah, that's kind of critical. And you almost Stukaed your own unit. That was close. That Su-76 being really accurate with those infantry shots. Though, it looks like a double team is occurring in mid. They're playing it very defensive, and it looks like Schmo did go eventually King Tiger. Okay, that's what I thought. You know, delay himself with the Stuka, but that's fine. Artillery gonna break that Panzer headquarters, though. Gonna suck, and I love how the British stole it for Kenwerfer. Gonna be very easy for this thing to kill, as shown right there, but, again, it's something. Now we have a lot of guys over here, but not equipped with any AT weapons. Firefly, though, and all those armored vehicles are opening fire on the King. And that sniper is causing those issues, if you don't know. The sniper can cause a shot that can dislodge and kind of incapacitate an armored vehicle, which is great for having that supported with, like, just tank destroyers, because then you could cripple the big thing and then have all the tank destroyers here from multiple angles and cripple the tank and kill it. Alas, the King Tiger was able to pull back. Brumbar on support, but needs to heal. Right now, do you have a mechanized building? Okay, I would go back to that, man. It's not that far, and you really need to heal your stuff. Seriously, back up a little bit. Meanwhile, Fask is still holding this area. Riggs is most likely preparing a counter-assault. And what is Riggs doing? I'm curious of Riggs, because he's the... Well, the British are doing pretty damn well on the left. He is having some more issues on the right. He again, lost 76, lost a lot of infantry, and... The problem is, if Fake is able to move his forces into a flanking position on the Allies, that could be very detrimental to their current win. As you can see, they've captured a majority of the points for so long that right now, the Axis are down, and they need to start capturing territory. It's unlikely right now because again, wow, Brumbar decapped, very nice. They're trying to target that, missing every single shot. Fragmentation bomb coming in. Barely missing that stuff, and I actually don't know why he just did on one unit instead of over here with the mortar and AT gun. Maybe he missed it, maybe he didn't see it, I don't know, I'm just pointing it out. Anyway, Mattress over there, just lying in wait, 5 kills. Aviary missing target, but trying to get a nice shot. Stuka coming in on Aviary. Oh my god, that's what I'm talking about for Stuka. That's what I'm talking about. That was a great Stuka, literally killed the AT gun, the mortar, and a ton of British infantry, allowing that entire infantry charge to retreat. Panther and Panzer IV flanking with, like I said, Riggs unable to support, and that flank is just what they needed. Knocked out the artillery, knocked out the armored vehicle. Firefly could be crippled in one more shot from a Panzer IV. There it goes. Vehicle destroyed. This is very bad. Getting healed. Firefly firing another shot on the Panther. Panther returning. No, Panzer IV returning fire. And if they knock out that... Oh, boy. What do they have? It's a zeroing artillery? No, it's not. What is it? We have a light artillery barrage. Okay, enough. And actually could kill the AT gun. It does, and kills everything. Jesus Christ. Fask just came in there and just took a dump over all the Allied forces' gains and hopes and dreams. Now, it's not entirely over yet. A lot of the special abilities are coming in, and he's about to lose all of his Stern Pioneers. Oh my god. So we lost 2 full squads of highly vetted troops. We still have artillery coming down this region from the British. Panzerfaust could be deployed, which could be a big issue. But yeah, the Allies lost a lot of men in that region. Fact did take some casualties, though he was able to retreat a couple squads. But in the meantime, after that big hit, the Allies are down. And I'm being honest. Street and them both lost a ton of infantry in those charges. Remember the big giant squad? Yeah, he doesn't have that anymore. Nor do they have a lot of manpower. So both Street and Malaysia are going to play defensive, while the Axis most likely will counterattack and regroup and take this territory. Meanwhile, Riggs is now going to have to refocus on the right. But as we can see, it's going to be some time. Now, nice job actually co-opting this and getting both of them right next to each other, so you have multiple squads healing the Panzer IV and getting that operational very quickly. But that was an excellent counterattack and a very good flank. So, Very nice job. And again, by multiple vehicles instead of one giant one. Though the one giant one is currently moving in on the poor Su-76. And you're about to see how much damage a King Tiger does against a Vet 3 Su-76. AKA a lot. Yeah. So King Tiger's going to do a lot. Now, the penal troops could throw satchels on this and kind of delay them. But the King Tiger is a very good infantry killer and will unfortunately push them back. Riggs is going to play defensive, but he did get the objective. Again, he needs this point to win the game, and that's all he needs. Firefly, double Firefly moving on the King, and that King needs to blitz back right now. Unfortunately, there is a Panther and a Panzer IV there, and it looks like there was a nice artillery strike and a Stuka in this region. Firefly is launching missiles at the Panther, and looks like a satchel went out. With it crippled, unable to move, and should have been able to blitz, the Firefly is going to do a lot of damage. Now, with the Panther and Panzer IV firing, again, Panzer IV having a harder time puncturing Sherman armor, King Tiger is going to croak. And the question is, will the Fireflies be able to out-snipe, well, pretty much outshoot and snipe the OKW forces? And it looks like they are. The Panzer IV going to have to make a desperate retreat. If I was him, I would blitz back. While the Allies are being forced back, and the Axis are capturing a lot of territory, and I do mean quite a bit. They captured the Fuel, the Star, Middle Star. They're capturing quite a lot. Things aren't grim. Remember, because of the tactics by Street and Mesa, they were able to knock out the King. And before you say, oh, Greyshot, it's one tank, remember, it's pretty much the backbone of, let me pull up, Schmo's army. He has no armor, and his infantry are kind of overextended at this point. Although, nice barrage from that rocket barrage. Should have just said rocket barrage. A little more damage. There it goes. Knocked out the Fort Assembly. Will help delay a lot of charges. Now, this is stupid. Janik does not retreat the Panther. So, it depends what you have. Nope, you don't have it. I was going to say a Gammon Bomb could cripple the tank and all the Fireflies a little extra breathing room, knock it out. Panther's still opening fire, but doesn't have the MG, so it's less effective against infantry. Unfortunately, though, for Riggs, Fake is back, though nice job decapping the back area. He's recapping the entire right side, and most likely will try to decrew that stuff for fuel. Or, like, tear it down, maybe? Or maybe use it for cover. I would decrew for fuel. Anyway, Panther opening fire, being hit by multiple Fireflies. We do have another King moving in, and this is by Fake. And this is kind of the point where he was getting a Panther, and he realized, I'm going to get a King. And this could be very bad. Because with a Panther, a Panzer IV, and that could be a lot of damage. And a lot of damage soaking ability that those armored vehicles will have. Again, very nice armor movement coming in and doing a lot of damage versus the Allies. Allies losing control of the left. Now, this would be a good point for the... Again, it's also hilarious how the fortification guys do not going fortification at all. But still, whatever. Nice strike on the Fireflies. Again, it's crippled. Can't see. Still in range because of the MG. Fireflies can open fire on that thing, but it is 3 stars. So the Panther does have armored skirts. It does have abilities that prevent it from dying as quickly as a recruit. They're going to pull back their units. Fireflies going to move up. And again, big area. Lots of open space. So the Fireflies won't have some issue with getting a line of sight and taking out target. Now, on the far right, we can see Riggs having trouble. Again, heavier infantry, Vet 2... I'm sorry, all Vet 3, respectively. So, yeah, he's going to lose a lot of forces, which is going to draw the King most likely onto the right. Now, if they can do this correctly, they could knock out a lot of units. And we have AVRE here getting healed. This is actually good, because this is a damage soaker. It's going to draw a lot of their fire over here. Panther out of commission right now. This was kind of bad to not have the Panther in. Because, again, the Panther would have really helped us in the Firefly. The Panzer IV coming down the flank. Aviary trying to get a shot, but again, going to have an issue because it's a moving Panzer IV, though it could fire. Get a nice hit. Nope, missed the target. Satchel coming in on the flanking unit. Oh, shit. Knocks out the bridge. Oh, I didn't expect that. King Tiger unable to retreat. Forced to engage. Panzer IV also forced to engage. Oh, boy, this is bad. Panzer IV making a blitz escape. King Tiger... realizing his day is done, going in for a final hit. We do have a 17-pounder being made over here. Panther opening fire, but Fireflies just keeping themselves back, letting other forces take the hits and take the targets. Nice rocket strike on there. And again, they're allowing the Churchills to take all the damage. Though, 17-pounder now operational and opening fire, though missing target. It has to regroup and reorganize itself to really get a a good shot. Stuka doing a nice shot, though, on that thing, knocking it out, and a couple more shots with a Panzer Strike or a couple more elsewhere could knock it out, but they're targeting the Firefly, knocking it out. Not a bad idea. At this point, you probably want to retreat the King, but alas, you did not. Most likely, the 17-pounder and the King are going to die. I'm sorry, the Panther and the 17... God damn it. The King Tiger and the Panther will die from the 17-pounder. The end. And that was a nice Avery shot, knocking out a lot of infantry. Again, grouped up. You knew where it was. And yeah. King Tiger decrewed. Oh, no. If I see a British commander on top of... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that could have been bad. If the Soviets got their hands on the King Tiger. Blasphemy. Anyway, now, speaking of King Tiger, Smo got another one. One shot here could be very effective. It looks like we have Zerg artillery. This is second best option because, again, with the King Tiger here, it can take a lot of damage. Focus on this. One shot would knock it out. He's currently healing because he knows this thing is the best shot he has versus the King. Though, as long as he has range, it'll open fire. But again, I didn't see that. He was very low on health with the AVRE. And with the artillery coming down, yep, there it goes. King Tiger took a couple shots, but overall they would kill an AVRE and that. Firefly is moving back up, but again, very injured. Needs something to take the hits. Oh, maybe an IS-2. Think an IS-2 will take the hits? Yes, it will. Now, unfortunately, Riggs has now been able to do what Fask did earlier. Open ball, open season on the left-hand side. Capturing all the territory and pretty much going unopposed. Fake, losing a lot of infantry. He has a ton of manpower, and I think he should start using it to regain his left side. Because right now, the right also should be locked down. I'm actually surprised that we're not seeing mines and stuff over here. But look at this Panzer IV. Way overextended. Way overextended for its own damn good. Again, allow the Fireflies to come into your range. Allow them to go into your traps. Don't engage them. Right now, you're barely holding on to your stars. You need, and again, if you kind of use that same tenacity on the left-hand side where they have nothing, you'd be doing a lot better. You could actually retake this entire left hook and force the Allies to, again, either to spread out their forces. But, again, now you're extending to a very small area, which the Allies are built up. And right now, let's see, 51, 61, and 44. So overall, about low 50s army compared to the Allies. They have a low 60s army, so they actually have more men. So the Axis thinking the Allies are on the ropes. It's actually the flip side. The Allies still have advantage. They still have superiority. It's the Axis that are down. And the Axis that needs to really think about what they're doing. Now, Panzerwerfer strike here, but there's going to be an issue, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay. Heavy tank, medium. No infantry, right? Panzerwerfer, good against infantry and vehicles. So useless. Absolutely useless unless you do a combined, every rocket hits a strike shot. That'd be extremely lucky. King Tiger, again, staying back, just using its very effective gun to open fire on that Churchill. Love that Panzer Strike. I love that heat-seeking Panzer Strike shot that just turns at the last second. Once again, I didn't know they had heat-seeking rockets in World War II, but alas, I'm just proven wrong. You figured that they would equip them with V2s to shoot down planes, but I guess they were like, no, the Panzer Strike, again, we only have it for the Panzer Strike. The small stuff we have it for, the large stuff, no way, we can't equip it with. Big blob by Riggs, unfortunately, causing a lot of havoc and destroying a lot of Fakes units. Fake gonna have to regroup. Katusha moving in, and if this infantry blob comes on the flank, this could be spell a lot of trouble for a lot of these armored vehicles over here. And they're calling in artillery, most likely to knock out the mechanized group to stop the armor from being healed. Now, nice job with the Panzer IV. Now 4-star again. Fake. Great job, Firefly though, repositioning. I love though how this thing is like, oh yeah, Firefly, that's fine. I'm a 4-star Panzer IV. I can take your hits. I'm just going to peace out now. Catch you later. Fake, again. Very nice job getting a lost turn. Pioneers. He needs to really start killing this Soviet player, who seems to be anticipating a counterattack. He's lying in wait. And he really needs to take the left side. He honestly does. Because right now they're going to move in and cause a lot of havoc on his lines. And that's something he can't afford to. Now, with the King Tiger here, that could be a different story. If the King Tiger gets a couple nice shots on that giant blob, oh boy, that could do a lot of damage, especially with this Panzer IV. Now, as you can see, they're going to throw a satchel and knock out the mechanized building. Good job. Very nice job, because, again, that will delay how quickly they can get their armor back up. Now, on the flip side, Fak is also moving up a lot of his infantry against Riggs. Riggs could throw a bunch of satchels on this Panzer IV, could cripple it. But we'll see. Nope, on full retreat, and most likely will lose a penal squad. He may. Let's see, does he lose it? Can't retreat here, so he's going to take the long way. Yes, he will. Most likely, Riggs is going to lose some territory, and Fak's going to gain some. But in the meantime, Panther 4 stars crippled by the rocket strike. Very nicely done. Firefly finally getting killed, though crippled and injured. A rocket strike could kill it, but again, it has to be very quick. MG guarding mid. Oh boy, dead King Tiger. That's not good. Again, because it's like, why wouldn't you decommission that for fuel? Actually, why wouldn't you decommission a lot of stuff for fuel? Like, you could decommission that for fuel, get yourself a King Tiger faster, because again, you're down on fuel. You probably want a King at this point, or a Panther. So, something I point out. Actually, pretty damn close game overall. Also, oh no, close range Katusha could do a lot of damage reversing all this infantry. They retreat right into the artillery, and managed to actually not take as many hits as I thought they would. Mattress opening fire. King Tiger pushing up, but again, they have the Churchill, and they have the Firefly lying in wait. Deploying smoke for some reason. I'm assuming, yep, save the Churchill. That's what they're trying to do. Again, good teamwork on the British. I just wish they would do a little bit more with the Soviet player, but Soviet seems to be doing pretty good. Rocket strike once again being very effective, though this time Panzer Strike group. This is going to stop them from really pushing up. Now the question is if they can hit them with all the rockets. Oh, so close. Stuka, oh my, think if that rocket would have hit that instead. There we go. Although, there goes the Panzer IV getting a last shot, but the Pretend Warfare and that knocked it out. Panzer Strike group firing, nope, out of range. Firefly pulling back. Not really much for the Panzer Strike group to hit. Pretend Warfare trying to find a target. This is where you go camouflage and you sneak up behind enemy lines and you hunt Katyushas. I know, because I've had it happen to me. It's annoying. It's like Sombra on Overwatch. It's like, where is she? She's somewhere around here. Just get Diva, fire wildly, and hopefully we'll get her. Artillery coming in. Stuka bomb strike, but misses target. And right now the Axis are down. Right now I would say about average they have, I would say mid-50s army, while the Allies currently have a a low 70s army. So they need to get some kills. You need to finally get some kills. This penal troop is capturing point, but the amount of troops encircling it, if this guy doesn't respond yeah, okay, he responded pretty quick. He would have lost that unit. Now overall, Allies are gaining advantage. Both Fac's 4-star units are down. We still have a Vet 3 Stuka, which is pretty damn effective. Actually, also range, so maybe they can knock out like stuff like that. Pointing it out. But they just need sight, which they really don't have. Janik's doing okay with his Panzer Strike groups, but once again, not really using the doctrine all that much. I think a better doctrine would have really helped him out. King Tiger moving up, just killing the remains of that unit. Wait, did it destroy the thing and like it became shinier? Am I wrong in saying that? Nice shot with the King. Churchill though focusing on the infantry as it's an infantry tank first. Damage soaker second. Strike coming in, hitting this general area. Very nicely done. Allies being pushed back. What is that Brumbar been there the entire time and no one has remanned it? Are you serious? Remember that 20 minutes ago that Brumbar was decommissioned? Now they get it up? First the Allies didn't kill it, which is weird, but now the Axis didn't get it for so long? Okay, that's fucked up. Panzer Warfare charging head on into a Churchill, realizing that was a mistake. And a big giant blob from Riggs comes in to hammer a lot of the Axis players for a final strike. They could cripple this King Tiger if they get close enough and throw a satchel on it. We shall see. Stuka firing close range, but alas. Oh, nope, they get target. 4-star. But did they get a satchel on it? Nope, King Tiger gets a nice shot in there. Could get quite a few hits, but they have nothing to finish off those targets. King Tiger facing the wrong direction. Satchel going off. Firefly hitting target, and bing bada boom. Big blob coming in, pushing back the Firefly, but like at last we have fire coming down, hurting that blob. And yeah, I'm gonna say it now. I think the Allies got this in the bag. What did the Allies do with the accident? I think the British tag team combo were way superior than anything that the Axis kind of comboed with. You never really saw the Axis. I'm speaking with Shim and the Vermont player, not Fake, and I'll explain why. Or Fakes, or whatever you want to call it. Fakes is doing a... Fakes by himself seemed like a solo guy. He eventually, sometimes he got support from Shmoo, but goddamn, like with his armor combos, he did a ton of damage in flanking. But like right here, you have the 3 allies all together, all focusing in mid. And there's honestly not much that the Axis can really do to stop this much. All 3 guys are participating, all 3 guys are covering each other. And well, yeah, the Axis are kind of doing that. The allies are doing it way better. The combo and the maneuverability on like the Fireflies is one thing. The best armor tactic I saw was close to that was from Fake, and that was this Panzer IV combo. Now, question is, will this group focus on this and get the kill? They're gonna try. Alas, no, not really. Brumbar finally getting a nice shot in. Man, that would have been helpful versus the blobs if you had that up sooner. Pack gun on standby, but IS-2 most likely getting a nice shot on it. Again, really powerful shots on the IS-2, so they have to worry. On the flip side, we have, oh my god, we have one Volk squad from Fake versus that monstrosity. There's not much he can do. He doesn't have enough munitions for bunkers, and they could probably get around it. And MG34s are okay. They surrender. I don't blame them. Allies had superiority and point advantage, so let's double check. Fake got most damage, abso-freaking-lutely. Though Smoke got more unit kills. His King Tiger did one-shot a lot of stuff, and his Stuka was fantastic. Again, 5-star Stuka, really good on that. I'll give you that. Janik was kind of the weakest player. I kind of see why. Janik, you had great Panzerstrike groups and other things, but you didn't really use your doctrine all that effectively. Smoo did. He did some nice strikes and some nice, again, replenishing his down infantry. And Fake also, wow, okay, yellow to blue, all right. And Fake did also use his doctrine using zeroing artillery and the bunkers. Yours, I didn't see all that much. I didn't see a great artillery strike or fragmentation bomb or anything. So I was kind of worried about that. Streak got a ton of damage. Look at that damage. Oh my god. Very nicely done. Again, Firefly, I'm assuming majority of it. Yep. Oh, 30,000 damage with the Firefly, and they never lost it. Again, extremely well done. Nice job. And pretty much annihilator of the German armor. Pretty much the best players were Fact and Street. Mesa did also a really nice job. Again, and Rig also pretty good job toward the end. In the beginning you had issues, but once you got your footing with your blob, you kind of came back. I'm actually surprised the of all things, Fake didn't get Stuka to counteract that, but again, eventually lost his mechanized half track, which probably stopped him. But yeah, that was a really good game. Thank you for submitting that in. Otherwise, it's been Greyshot17, and before I go, I want to thank my Patreon supporters like A, Sean, Tim, Carter, Leo, and Nick. Thank you guys so much for your support. You can check them out at the end of the video as well. But otherwise, it's been Greyshot17, and I'll see you all next time.